Big Snoop Dogg. It's in the game.
Hey, yo, what's game man players? It's your boy, Disney Sharpman, back out here on this Madden 20 franchise mode, and we are back with another episode of this Madden 20 series. We are set to continue where we left off, but now we are at the second game of this 1 o'clock schedule here in week number 2. Now, this matchup is an NFC East Division showdown. The Washington Redskins hosting the Dallas Cowboys. Now, you can see based off of the records, Washington lost their first game to a division opponent, while the Cowboys won against a division opponent. So now both teams will meet. The Cowboys look to get the 2-0, while the Redskins look to avoid the 0-2 start. Now, before we get into the game, if you haven't seen the previous 2 games here in week 2, be sure to go watch them. And don't forget to check out week number 1 of this Madden 20 series so you guys can get caught up with all of the action to this point. Because we are about to continue with this Madden 20 series. You see the standings in the NFC East? Cowboys, Eagles, both knocked out their division opponents in the Redskins and the Giants. The Cowboys knocked out the Giants while the Eagles knocked out the Redskins. Those matchups were in week 1. What will give here in week number 2 between 2 division rivals? So let's head down to FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Like I said, the Washington Redskins look to avoid the dreaded 0-2 start against Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. Let's find out. Let's go.
Matching hundreds. It's the coach. This is NFL football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see teams with a couple of running backs who each went over 100 yards a weekend ago, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Washington Redskins. With that, we'll get up to FedEx Field for the Washington home opener. Standing by, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they enter play here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
So we take a look at Kawhi Winslow's stats. He is a very key factor going into this game for the Cowboys because their offense was solid out of the gate. Dak Prescott played he basically played a good game, and it led the Cowboys to a week 1 win. Now they have a chance to make it 2 straight here on the road. It is the home opener for the Redskins. They're looking to impress these fans here in Landover, Maryland. The Cowboys and Redskins are underway. And this one will not be returned. So they'll take a knee. So here comes the Redskin offense led by Alex Smith.
And many wondered if Smith would ever play again following that difficult-to-watch leg injury suffered against the Texans last season. But at age 35, Smith is back and ready to give it another go.
Now you saw the stat for Alex Smith in week number 1. He threw a couple of INTs, but he had 2 touchdown passes, over 200 yards, only 5 incompletions. That just shows how good he was doing in the season opener against Philly. On the first play, they'll start on the ground with R.J. Watt, and immediately a flag on the field, and it's on Washington.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
And the fans don't like it, so it pushes them back. 1st and 20.
A shotgun snap for Smith.
Smith looking to pass, and he's going to go down. And it's Brandon Wells who gets the sack that time. A loss of 5 that time.
It's 2nd down.
Smith was trying to look for somewhere to throw it. He couldn't find anybody.
Way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Escaping
Smith looking to throw here, and this time he's sacked in the end zone. It is a safety. R.J. Rollins brought the pressure to Alex Smith, and just like that, the Cowboys defense gets the first points up on the board. Another look at it. I believe Alex Smith could have probably threw it away to avoid the safety, but now Washington's down 2-0 early on as Dak Prescott gets ready to come out there.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
And here comes the return. Here comes Randall Cobb, and he's brought down, and a flag down as well.
Here come the flags.
Defense.
And a face mask against Washington.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard.
So now Dak Prescott and company will take over at the 44-yard line.
The face mask moves them all the way out past the 40 now for first down.
On the first play, they give to Ezekiel Elliott for a gain of 10.
From last week. 16 carries, 119 yards.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
They have some fate. Here's Prescott throwing, and he's got a man open. Oh, Griffin dropped it.
Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Whoa.
These 5th rounders, and to use him
now, how did he drop that? He was wide open, but I think his teammate must have ran into him.
You're not counting on him to become a starter right away, but we've seen so many times.
So 3rd and inches for the Cowboys. Here comes another play fake, and Prescott throws that one incomplete.
You have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization, general manager, personnel department, college scouts.
And now it's 4th down for the Cowboys, and the offense for Dallas is going to go for it.
They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
And they're going to give it to Ezekiel Elliott, and Elliott, he's got the first down to Washington's 33.
And a first down, Cowboys.
And Ezekiel Elliott doing his vintage let him eat celebration when he gets that first down.
Away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it. Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league.
Prescott on the move, and he had a man open. Incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that.
That's the 3rd incompletion for Dak Prescott. And that's not the way he wanted to start the game.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
2nd and 10. Here's Elliott.
Working his way for a gain
And
of
he's brought
7
down to the 26.
For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL.
And that was
Last year,
third
his
and
second
3.
rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League.
Prescott over the middle, got his man. It's Kawhi Winslow. And he's down at the 17, a gain of 10.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And now here is Elliott, and he's going to be brought down, losing yardage to the 18. A loss of 1.
A loss of 1 on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Prescott throws here. Here's Randall Cobb. And Cobb is inside the 10. He's at the 5-yard line.
The pickup goes
First and goal, Dallas.
Sets him up first and goal. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And hey,
Prescott throws to the right. He's got Griffin. Touchdown, Dallas.
Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So the Cowboys extend their first quarter lead, and they're going to go for 2.
And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. From the shotgun.
Prescott, and he's going to be brought down. The pressure got there, so it remains an 8-0 game.
Because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
So Dallas is still up 8-0 against the Redskins, even though they do not get the 2-point conversion.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back
And
of the
this
end
one
zone.
will not be returned. They'll take a knee. So Washington's offense gets ready.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
So Alex Smith and company look to rebound after surrendering to safety on their first drive.
At their own 25-yard line. Play action. It's Smith.
Play action fake, and Smith is going to go down.
For Smith as he goes down. Defensive end
DeMarcus Lawrence gets the sack that time, a loss of 8.
Has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Smith looking to throw again. He's brought down, but a penalty flag is down.
And I believe this is going to be a first down.
And this is going to be a first down. It's on Brandon Wells. Very clear on what that was.
15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal
First down. Here is Watt, and he gets blown up on his first carry of the game. 2nd and 12.
Loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23.
Smith looking around, and down he goes. He's brought down. For the 3rd time, Brandon Wells gets to the quarterback. Are you serious? It's like Alex Smith has nowhere to throw. The Cowboys defense, they came prepared.
One quarter down, 8-0 the score. First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Here's
3rd and 18. Smith is going to find the tight end Reed.
They get 7 there, but it
And
brings
he's going to be brought down at the 23. Wells short of 1st down yardage. 4th down for the Redskins.
Would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great
So Washington will punt, and this one will go into the end zone as Dallas's offense will take over at the 20.
Nice play, even though it was complete.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the New York Giants. They lead this one as well right now as they come up 1st and 10. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start the
1st down. Here is Elliott. And he took a shot. A gain of 2 that time for Elliott.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to
2nd and 8. Back to Elliott.
Back inside later.
It looked like he had a scene for a second, but he got caught up. So 3rd down.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Prescott, good protection, and he finds Kevin Griffin. And he's brought down to the 38-yard line. 1st down, Dallas.
Good for a Cowboy 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st down. Here's a toss out to Elliott. And that one goes nowhere. Tackled at the 35.
It's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Strip that ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 14.
Prescott, good protection. Oh, and Kevin Griffin could not hold on.
No call, and it's 3rd down.
Prescott did have him open, but it's 3rd down.
And see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The motion is Kawhi Winslow.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott.
Play action fake. Prescott lets this one go, and he's got his man, Kawhi Winslow. And he's going to be brought down to the 9-yard line. What a play for Dallas.
That sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now
and here's a toss out to Elliott. And they're going to bring him down behind the line of scrimmage to the 10.
A loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
A loss of a yard. And that brings this one to the 2-minute warning here in the 1st half.
8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week.
Prescott, pump fake, still got good protection. Incomplete. Amari Cooper was the intended receiver.
Now it's 3rd and goal.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They
Prescott
end up taking up extra space
looking, and he's going to take off with it, but only gain a yard.
For his efforts, and that leads us to
So fourth down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And no, they are not going to go that route. The Cowboys are going for
Field
it.
goal would make it a two-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Prescott to throw it.
Prescott, pump fake, end zone, caught by Griffin. Touchdown Dallas. His second touchdown on the day.
Touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses,
Dak Prescott knew what he was doing. He must have told his head coach that we're going for this, and the head coach just said, go ahead and look at the result. A touchdown to Kevin Griffin, his second of the day, and the Cowboys extend their lead.
On for the extra point.
How about that from the Cowboys, as they now lead 15-0 over the Redskins.
A 10-play drive that time, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
Talk about having lots of guts to go for it there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be
Here comes the return. And they're going to bring him down with a flag down on that one.
Let's see.
A face mask against Dallas.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
So Alex Smith and company will take over at the 44.
Throwing is Smith.
Smith throwing, and he's got a man open. It's the tight end Reed. And he's brought down with a first down at the 40-yard line.
It's a Redskin first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Smith looking to pass. Throws here. It's a short throw to Sam Daniel for a gain of 2.
And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that.
Smith looking to throw. Oh, and it's incomplete. He was looking for McLaurin. He was open.
When it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now a deep
So third down.
Second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Again, Smith
looking to pass. Throws this one. It's picked off. Intercepted by the Cowboys. Jalen Smith, the linebacker, comes up with it. And the Cowboys defense does it again.
Interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
So now Dak Prescott and company will take over. Here is Ezekiel Elliott, and he's going to be brought down at midfield. And the Cowboys burn their first timeout.
With 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
They action fake. Prescott looking, and he's got his man downfield. Winslow, touchdown Cowboys. What a first half for Dak Prescott.
Big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Heard a coach talk about those late in the half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
Here's the extra point. It is up and good. 22-0. Dallas.
Just kicked the extra point, winds up successful. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Are you serious? Now that Cowboys lead has been extended, Dak Prescott, I don't know how much solid of a game you could say, but he has played tremendous within these 2 weeks. As this one's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So Alex Smith and company, they are in much score situation.
And boy, Charles, they have to find a way to just get him some time to breathe back there. He's been pressured throughout this game.
And I'll bet in his mind he's thinking the focus shouldn't be on how many times I've gone down. It's where is it happening? Where are the breakdowns up front? He'll never say it publicly because good leaders don't do that. But they've got to figure out what's happening in the offensive line to keep people away from him so he actually has a chance to throw the football, because so far that has not been the case.
First down. Here is R.J. Watt. And he's going to be brought down at the 27. And now Washington burns their first time out.
As they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Smith now to throw.
Smith looking to throw, and he can't get rid of it. Down he goes. And it's Brandon Wells again. Gets his 10th sack of the season, and that's going to do it for the first half. Here in Landover, another look. That's been the type of day it's been for the Redskins, but they've got to get things going in the second half. They're trailing 22-0 to the Cowboys.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2.
In the next game, the Tennessee Titans with a chance to go 2-0 when they host their division rivals in the Indianapolis Colts. Then we'll be in Pittsburgh. What a matchup this gonna be. Russell Wilson, Ben Roethlisberger, Seahawks and Steelers.
Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front. As we hand things back over to Brandon.
Now, I know I mentioned Ben Roethlisberger, but really it's Riley Emery, because you saw in their first game, Riley Emery started. But anyway, let's get back to this game. We're ready for the second half. The Redskins are down 22-0 to the Cowboys. It is code red for the Redskins because they've got to try to find a way to get a stop. Here comes Randall Cobb, and man, what a hit. He's tackled at the 25. So the Cowboys offense will take over, up 22 points.
Coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
First down. They're going to start with Elliott. No gain that time for Elliott. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside. and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on
second and 10. They give to Elliott a second time, and Elliott with room and a first down at the 36.
Yards and a Cowboy first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after a good run by Zeke, another first and
Another
10.
run by Elliott, and Elliott with some space.
And he slips up
And
past
he's
the
brought
45
down
before being
to the
tackled.
48. Another
13
first down for
yards and a
Dallas.
First down, Cowboys.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So after the first down run by Elliott, here's another first. And now Tony Pollard's going to get a turn.
And he's got it across the midfield.
A gain of 2 there for Tony Pollard.
Territory.
Second and 8.
Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here comes the blitz as Prescott finds Griffin, who's open, and Griffin taking off, breaks a tackle, and the penalty flag is down. He might get more added to this. And he will. A face mask on Washington.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post.
Wow.
Because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. After the penalty,
First and goal. They toss it to Elliott, and that one gets blown up
back to the 15.
to the
That's gonna go
15.
as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
I like the strategy.
A loss of 6 there.
Extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. They'll try again.
Back to Elliott. And he's going to get blown up again. This time at the 16.
Lost 2 there, and it's third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's
Prescott looking end zone. Got his man. It's Winslow for a Cowboy touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass.
Touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
How about Dak Prescott? Dak Prescott, he's rolling.
Extra point.
He is rolling. 4 touchdown passes, 2 to Kevin Griffin, 2 to Kawhi Winslow, and the Cowboys are up 29-0.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
This is absolutely insane.
The kickoff unit
The
is out on the
Redskins,
field, and they will send this
they're
one
getting
away.
blown off the field at home in front of their fans. They've got to look for something.
So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script.
First play, they're going to start on the ground,
Teams just go, okay,
which
these are
they
the
haven't been
sequence
able
of plays we want
to
run. These
give
are
it to the
the
running
plays.
back.
And
A gain of
sometimes they
6
throw
that
big
time
chunk
for
play
Watt.
right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it
2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground with Watt.
And they get him down.
And they're going to get him down
Takes it
to the
across
43.
40-yard
Enough for a first.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
To throw is Smith.
Smith
Take a shot for
looking
the end
deep
zone.
downfield. He got his
That's
man,
gonna
but it's
wind up
incomplete.
However, we
As a
do have
flag is down
Let's check in with our
towards the
referee.
goal line. And it's going to be pass interference on
This home
Dallas.
crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And now Smith looks to pass. The pressure gets there. He's sacked.
Back around the 8.
Antoine Woods gets there the 7th time they sacked him.
Here this afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this.
Smith throws this one, and that one's incomplete.
For the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin, but now it's 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Out of the gun, Smith.
Smith throwing end zone, caught by Daniel. Touchdown Redskins.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far,
And
so
the
good for him.
Redskins, they're going for 2.
So here comes Alex Smith as he'll lead his guys up to the line to go for 2.
Here's the 2-point conversion, and wide open is Sam Daniel. He'll get the 2-pointer, and it's now 29-8. So the Redskins cut the lead to 21.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
So here is Dustin Hopkins to kick off.
Will kick it away. This is fielded at the
And
goal
here's
line.
Cobb.
And he'll take this
And
up
he's
past the
going to be
20
brought
and
down at the 22-yard line.
And now Dallas
So
gets
here
set
comes
to take the
Dallas.
field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute.
First down. Here is
Take the clock
Elliott.
out of the game a little bit,
And the penalty
wind it
marker is down
At
in the
same time,
backfield.
keep advancing the ball down the field.
Illegal block in the back on Amari
So
Cooper that
one will be
time.
accepted.
First and 15. They give to Elliott. Oh, and Elliott's dragged down.
As a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more.
And a penalty marker on Washington. Montez Sweat got a little too aggressive.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the
And
way
the
that these
Redskins
offensive guys
fans,
can
they
move
don't like
around,
it.
Sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
And now Prescott looking to throw. It's a deep ball. Flag down as that one's incomplete.
In the backfield. Let's get the call.
And a holding on Dallas.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. This is
First and
Elliott.
20. They give to Elliott
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be
for a gain of
second down.
2. Second and 18. And the Cowboys are going to let this one go to the end of the 3rd quarter. which they lead by 21 points over the Redskins.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
All right, fourth quarter set to start. They're going to start with Elliott on 2nd and 18.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards.
A loss of 3 that time. Third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Play action fake, and Prescott's going to go down. The Redskin defense finally sacks him. Matt Ioannidis gets the sack, and that is the first time that the Redskin defense gets to the quarterback.
Years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
So the Cowboys will punt, and Sam Daniels is going to try to return it. They're going to bring him down at the 27.
Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing.
Smith looking to throw on 1st down. Here is Sam Daniels making the reception. He's down at the 45-yard line. His 3rd reception of the game thus far.
Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
On 1st down, Smith.
1st down.
Eluding the pressure.
Smith looking, down he goes. Brandon Wells, for the 5th time in the game, sacks Smith.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15. Smith looking. No one's open. He's sacked again. The 6th sack for Brandon Wells on the game.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Smith.
3rd and 21. And Smith is going to be sacked again. And this time, David Smith joins in on the party.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his 1st NFL sack. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Just
and that brings this one to the 2-minute warning.
Of what has been a one-sided affair.
It has been all Dallas to this point.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
And Smith, he's going to be sacked again. Brandon Wells, he's been playing like a madman all day long. The 7th time he has taken down Alex Smith. And the Redskins turn it over. It's been that type of day for the Redskins.
A very short field to work with now.
So now the Cowboys have a very short field after the turnover on down.
They'll try and
And they're going to give it to Ezekiel Elliott, who's going to score a Cowboy touchdown.
Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But
And here is the extra point.
Inside is thinking 24-hour rule.
This one is good to extend the lead 36-8 in favor of the Cowboys, who are most likely on their way to a 2-0 start to their season.
And only one play to score it. This is taken.
And here comes the return.
And he'll take this across
And
the
they take him down to the 27-yard
to the
line.
27-yard
So Alex
line.
Smith and company
Time to spotlight
looking
the
for
quarterback,
something.
Alex Smith. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins, we talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback?
First down for Smith, incomplete. Intended for R.J. Watt. He couldn't get it to him.
So far in this one. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Smith to throw again.
Smith throws to the left, and that one's incomplete.
A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletion.
You know, it's a wonder
Brings
he's
up
moving
3rd
around
down.
back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? You don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing
Smith throws on 3rd down. Here is Watt with the catch over the middle. He's down at the 41. Picks up a first down.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 1st and 10, Smith.
Smith looking, throwing. This one's caught by the tight end Reed. And he's down at the 33. First down, Redskins.
Up there, 26 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide
Smith
receivers
pump
at
fake,
one
left
point.
it fly, and one-handed catch by Daniel. Touchdown, Washington.
These guys are in for 6, and the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But
And here's the extra point by Dustin Hopkins. He's got it. So the Redskins, they cut into the lead just a bit.
Down to 21. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do.
So the Redskins, they're going to go for the onside kick, and it's recovered by Dallas.
Down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it.
First down, here is Elliott. And he loses the football. And it's recovered by the Redskins. Wait a minute.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt.
Are you serious?
Mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up.
Oh,
I don't think
but
it's a cost
wait.
in the game. They should be fine.
Are they going to
Boy,
look
they're
at
gonna
it?
hate
Because
that
it
going
looks
back and
like,
watching tape and being able to
yes,
say, we were that
and they're going to
close
review
to
it.
achieving our goal.
It
We
looks
certainly
like
were in the
Elliott's
game.
knee was down on the play. And as you can see, his knee was definitely down as the football came out of his hands. So they're probably gonna give this one back.
Right out of the gate. We're gonna get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Oh, and a delay of game on the
That's gonna set
defense.
him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Oh, and they actually gave it to Washington.
Challenge now, 1st and 15 following the delay of
Wait a minute. They actually gave that to Washington.
A shotgun snap for Smith.
So now Smith looking to pass. Lets it go, and he overthrew it.
Incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected.
I am shook that they actually gave that to the Redskins. Or maybe did Elliott lose control of the football before his knee went down? I think so. But now the Redskins. Here's a deep ball for Smith again. Incomplete for McLaurin.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
3rd and long, it's Smith.
Smith looking again. Another deep ball. Oh! And Sam Daniel can't believe it. He had it in his hands. So this is technically the last opportunity for the Redskins.
The offense is staying out there to go for it. They snap it to Smith.
And he's going to go down. DeMarcus Lawrence gets the final sack on what will be a 12-sack performance by the Cowboy defense. And they are going to beat the Washington Redskins to move to 2-0 on the season. And what a performance by Dak and company. They now push their record to 2-0 on the season. It's really no reason for the Redskins to use their timeouts because they were just trying to chuck it downfield to get some momentum, but in the end, it's the Cowboys who come out 2-0.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Most times,
they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for Dallas, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Man, when I tell you Dallas dominated that game, they most definitely dominated this game against the Redskins. They win it 36 to 15. The Redskins tried to come back late, but it wasn't enough. They just could not stop Dallas on the defensive side. Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes, 2 to Griffin, 2 to Winslow. It was just an incredible offensive explosion by the Cowboys. I mean, you look at the stats, you can just see where things went good and what things went wrong. But for the Redskins, they are now 0-2. And usually when teams go 0-2, they would usually struggle to try to make the postseason. But we'll see how the season goes the rest of the way for the Redskins. But for the Cowboys, though, they are 2-0 to start their season with a big-time performance on the road and in the division. So back-to-back division wins for Dallas, and for Washington, back-to-back division losses. If you guys enjoyed this game, Be sure to go ahead and drop a like on this episode right here and subscribe to the channel if you are new for more Madden action as we continue. In the next game, we have another division matchup, but this time it'll be in the AFC. The Tennessee Titans hosting the Indianapolis Colts. Indy looking to avoid the 0-2 start. Tennessee look to get the 2-0 on the season.